Welcome to Cowgirl Up, the podcast dedicated to elevating your mindset. I'm your host, Lori Blickenstaff, certified mental performance coach at mentalgame101.com. Today's growth mindset story is pretty special to me. Most of you will not know this city boy turned rodeo cowboy I'm going to talk about, but this is my dad, Bob Nelson. I chose him because he had to overcome a lot of challenges over the years to follow his passion. It started with, of course, growing up in the city without horses or any family history with rodeo. He was always an animal lover. And in fact, actually, as a youth, he once ran back into a house that was on fire to rescue the family cat. But from the first time he watched a rodeo, he knew it was what he wanted to do. As a high schooler, through a family friend, he got invited to go to a horse show at a saddle club. There he met a guy who had just come back from a roping clinic, who showed him how to throw a rope and talked him into entering high school rodeo. Well, he did, with just this much experience. He entered the calf roping, steer wrestling, bull riding, and bareback. Somehow he placed in both timed events. It was on a borrowed barrel racing horse, and he says he learned right away that the rough stock was definitely not for him. Now, as a senior, still without a horse or doing any type of lessons or riding in between, he qualified to the high school national finals by placing second in the calf roping. Now, at that time in Minnesota, there was only one high school rodeo a year. So if you placed high enough, you made it to the national finals. So he drove himself to the finals. It was in Douglas, Wyoming. He said they had dorms for him to stay in, and he found a horse to jump ride. However, he had never been on a fully trained rope horse with a stop. So although he roped both of his calves, he ended up on his butt both times before getting to the calf. And my dad admits to this day that he never became much of a horseman. The way he figured, as long as he could ride a horse in a circle to warm him up and jump off for calf roping and steer wrestling, he was good. Well, once he got back from the Navy, he decided it was time to go all in. He was going through the classified ads and saw a calf roping horse for sale for $150. He went to try him out and ended up with a couple of roper friends who helped him get started. He was able to buy a little farm where he built a roping arena. He tells how if he screwed up at a rodeo, he would head back home and shoot tie calves until he couldn't move anymore. Eventually, he moved the family to the city when I was about 5 to be closer to work. Though between running restaurants, having 6 kids, and living in the suburbs, he obviously couldn't rope every day. Yet, in spite of these obstacles, he had quite a career. From his first buckle in 1969 to winning his last state calf roping championship in 1997 at the age of 52. I attribute it all to his mindset. He wanted something so bad that he found a way to make it happen, even though he had plenty of excuses as to why he couldn't. So as you can imagine, I want to be more like him. I'm going to take on challenges and learn from them. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any questions, feedback, or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Email me at lori@mentalgame101.com.